So I'm going to start now. Okay, so we're now live for everyone at home and for lots of children in school as well. So just so you know what I can see when I'm doing this for our first ever live assembly for everybody. So you know what I can see. At the moment, I can see some classes in school down the bottom of my screen. And I can see that there's a big group of children at home watching us from at home. So I'm going to share with you. We've got Sarah's group coming in as well now to join us. So there's lots joining us. And what I'm going to do is just to show you, I'm going to choose one class to come on the screen and say hi to everyone at home before we start talking. So I'm going to say, Miss Marquardt, your group was the first group here. So let's see if this works. I'm going to put you on screen and you will now be, you might not know this, you're now live to everyone at home as well. And your microphone, 1 second. You can unmute yourself. For some reason, it's not working my end.
There we go.
Great. You want to say hi to everybody? So you're saying hi to everyone in the school, in their classrooms and everyone at home. That's brilliant. I'm going to come back on the screen now. Great. So they've just said hi and I'm back. There you go. So that's how we're going to do things. If you're at home, you can actually talk to me as well. You can't talk to me by talking to me on the screen, but at the top of your screen, there's a little speech bubble with a question mark. And if you click on that, you can write to me. So you can write hello, or you can ask, I'm going to ask you a question in a minute, so you can actually respond to the question. I'm going to share something with you now to explain to you what's going to be changing soon, so we can talk a little bit about that as a massive community. So let me just see if I can get that working. Let's find what I want to share. It's our first time doing it like this. So let's see. Now I should be now sharing a screen with you, my slideshow. So let's do this. Great. So I'm sharing the screen with you now, hopefully. I'm sure I am. And I want to explain to you guys at home and in school how we're set up at the moment and how that might change. Because we had some guidance come out yesterday to schools about how things are going to change. So at the moment, we've got groups in school. And these groups in school are in small groups of no more than 15, so 15 children. And sometimes that's like a group of 15 year one children, for example, or it might be a group of 15 what we call key workers, which is a range of different children from different year groups together. And what that means is that we're a bit stuck when it comes to teachers and space to get everyone back. And that's been really tricky. But that's about to change. That's in place now for the rest of this term. So that's going to stay like that for the rest of this term. But yesterday, some guidance came out where those bubbles, and I've got pictures of bubbles for you to see there, those bubbles become whole classes. So at the moment they're 15, they're going to become whole classes, which means that we can use the similar structures we've got now. So we're going to have to keep washing our hands. We're going to have to keep being careful to make sure that we don't queue up too close to each other outside the school gates and those sorts of things. But those bubbles become whole classes, which means that we can use the same structure and we can bring back all the children, which is brilliant. So that's what's going to change. And that's really significant for us as a school in order to make space for everybody. I'm going to turn that screen off a second, and I'm just going to check that everyone could hear what I was saying. So if you're at home, if you're at home, okay. Did you see the screen that I was sharing? Give me a thumbs up, the classes, if you saw the screen that I was sharing, the one with the bubbles on it. Yes, okay, so that worked. A few people have said they didn't get to see the screen, but maybe they were a bit delayed. Okay. So it's hopefully come out now, which is wonderful. So I'm going to ask you a question now. I'm going to put a timer on the screen. This is a question for you as a group in your classrooms, or it's a question for you to think about at home. And if you want to contribute by writing something to me, you can do that in the question mark, like I told you. So I want you to think about lockdown. So lockdown started at the end of March, and that means lots of you haven't been in school and some of you have worked differently or just been in part-time. I want you to think about the whole experience from then and think about something that is you think has been a good thing. Maybe it might be something like I've spent some more time with my brother on a Wednesday and normally he's in a different class, for example. Or it might be about something you've learnt about yourself, perhaps. So I'm going to give you my example. So my example is I found it quite tricky this time in school, and I found it tricky because I've had to make some big decisions around how things work and children coming back, and that has meant that I've been restricted. So I haven't been able to bring back all the children, which is really, it's horrible for me. I really like to see children in school. But think about our values at the junior school, resilience. Think about one of the caring code, one of the caring code of our 3 parts of our caring code about doing our best. Through making those decisions and thinking carefully, I'm becoming more resilient. So that's my positive thing. I am really trying my hardest. I'm learning and I'm becoming more resilient. So it's your turn now. If you're at home, think about it. If you're in the classroom, you can talk to somebody. And then in a minute, I'm going to get some people to feed back on the screen, or I can read out your messages for everyone to hear. So I'm going to do, let me just find, let's see if I can find my timer. I'm going to give you 1.5 minutes when I say go, but I'm going to put a timer on the screen. Let's see if I can get this to work. I practiced earlier. Where is it? That's it. Let's see if I can get this to work. Okay, so there's the timer. You've got 1.5 minutes to talk or to think. Go. So I think the timer's on the screen for you now, which is good. Ten seconds. Oh, time up. And I got a beeper. Okay. And I turn the beeper off now. It's not very helpful, is it? Okay. Let's see if I can get myself back on the screen. Great. So I know there's been some, my connection isn't brilliant. So all the classroom connections won't be brilliant as well. I keep getting warnings saying that my connection's not very good. So I know that my screen hasn't come up particularly fast at home. So I apologise for that, but I've got some people sharing. So let's go to a class and then I'll go to someone at home as well and what they've put on my screen for me to read. Let's go to, let's have a little look and see if I can get a class onto the screen. Let's go for, 1 second. Let's go for Sarah's group. Okay, wait a second. I'm going to put this on. I want someone to share with me. on the screen, if you can share with me something that has been positive about lockdown, maybe something you've learned or something you've experienced. Okay, go on then. Who's going to speak?
Can you hear us?
Yes, we can.
Super. Who would like to share with everyone something positive, something that you've learned in lockdown or something that you practiced in lockdown? Ava?
There's so much to do.
So much of what sorts of things?
Like,
what did you tell me you were practicing? What were you doing in your garden?
I was practicing gymnastics and I had a basketball, so I was practicing basketball when we went to the backfield and me and Harry were playing catch with the rugby ball.
Excellent. So lots of PE skills, lots of sport skills, gymnastics, basketball, throwing and catching.
Wonderful. So you found that extra time to do those things. That's fantastic. Got a chance to be outside. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm now going to ask, let's ask Joanna's group. 1 second. Let's get them on screen. Okay. Okay. Who's going to tell us something then? I'll unmute you. You have to unmute yourself, actually. I'm struggling to unmute you for some reason. Do you want to unmute yourself, Joanne? There you go.
Okay, hold on. Amelia, do you want to share your idea?
Looking after people.
And how
Great. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Just about how you were just saying how important they are to you.
How they are important to me and people.
Yeah. And we also talked about looking after other people, like neighbours and things, didn't we?
Yeah, neighbours.
Say it in a big voice.
We always look after neighbours and people in our family and friends.
Yeah, so checking up on other people and maybe phoning them. We talked about that, didn't we? And keeping in contact. Did you hear that?
Community things. Yeah, we did. It's wonderful. That's a lovely thing to share. That community spirit that we're seeing, where people are helping people who need a bit extra help, maybe because they're stuck at home. I've done a really great job. Well done. Okay, that's amazing. Thank you. I know there's never hand up, but we're going to move on to someone in a different group. So I'm quickly going to read one from home. I've got a couple from home here. I've got Amy Kitchener. It says she has had an opportunity to learn Welsh. So she's learned how to speak Welsh, and she's had more chance to look after a baby brother. So that's a lovely thing, isn't it? That's fantastic. Got Ruben, who's had a chance to read more Harry Potter. So he's a big Harry Potter fan, reading more Harry Potter. We've got Rebecca Dark has made craft bikes, has gone scootering and playing with friends, which has been so much fun. And Eli has said, sorry, I missed it. Just trying to read it. It's going to fall on my screen. We've also had, I've got more. Sophia said, I've got more time I can spend with my family. Wonderful. And there's a few more coming through. So what I'll do is I'll go back to those in a second, but I'm going to get another class up. So let's have, let's go for, who have I not had? Haven't had Mrs. Offler. Let's have Mrs. Offler's class. Let's see if we can get them up. 1 second. I'm just going to send you to the screen. And if you can unmute yourself. Okay, you're on screen now. So if someone wants to share something.
Okay, hi guys. I think George and Anna wants to share something, so we'll go with George first.
Go on then, guys.
Write songs. So he learned to write some songs as part of our activities that we're learning at home. And Anna?
I spent more time with my family, like on the phone.
Oh, great. So you managed to talk to your family a bit more than you would normally do. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, brilliant. Thank you very much. Let's go. Thank you very much, Ms. Offler's group.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to Sophie. No pressure, Sophie. You're coming on screen. Wait a second. Okay. You have to unmute yourself and tell us what you.
Hi,
There you go.
Lovely to see you. I had more time to catch up with friends as well, so I spoke to people that life is sometimes too busy to touch base with them, but we actually had FaceTimes together, and that was really lovely. And I also really enjoyed going out for walks just around the local area. So really lucky around here to have lots of greenery and fields, and I really enjoyed doing that and chatting to people that lived close to me, where we could sort of meet them on walks but from a social distance and say good morning to them all. So I felt much more part of my community. So that's my lockdown memory.
Thank you very much. That's wonderful. And let's go to Miss Markwell. Have we gone to you yet? I don't think we have we? No. Okay. So I'm going to send, thank you, Sophie. I'm going to send Miss Markwell onto the screen. Miss Markwell's group. Okay. Morning, guys.
Darcy. We get to play with different people.
You might have to say a little bit louder.
Yeah, I'm going to have to speak up a bit, guys.
We get to play with different people that we wouldn't normally have played with.
Great. So what do you mean, like online or in person, or is it because you're in the key worker group?
Yeah.
In the
Awesome.
key
Because you're in
worker
the key
club.
worker- so you've managed to come together with children from every year groups. That's fantastic. Wonderful. That's a good one. I like that. Okay, let's go to, I'm going to read out a couple more on the screen. So let me bring myself back. I'm getting a bit wizzy at this technical stuff. I'm going to try and get through everybody. So I've got some more on here. So I've been playing Gaelic football, and that's Erin. That's something different, isn't it? Trying a new sport. We've got positive thing is spending more time with my family. That's Jessie and Morgan. We've got I like the fact the environment's not been destroyed, which is a wonderful one. That's fantastic. And going roller skating, doing more reading than I normally do, and being able to write stories. There's lots of good ones here. Fantastic. Okay, let's go to another class as well. There's lots coming in from home. Let's go to another class as well. Let's go to Pat's class, who've joined us. Get ready, guys. You're about to appear on screen. You're now on screen, but Pat, you're going to have to unmute yourself because I can't do that at the moment. Brilliant. You're ready now. We can't hear you at the moment, but you are unmuted. So I'm guessing there might be something wrong with your microphone. But you can give us a wave if you want. Do you want to give us a wave? Hi, give us a wave. We can't hear you, I'm afraid. Your microphone's on, but for some reason we can't hear you. Pat, if you press the question mark, you can write what you were going to say if you want to, and I can read it in a second. But we can see you waving. We'll all wave back, but we can't quite hear you for some reason. We'll try and get that fixed. Let's go to Mrs. Marland's group. Where is she? Marland's group is there you go.
So,
excellent. Okay, wait a second. You're on screen now. Say hi. Go on, we're going to tell us.
Hello.
Hi.
I spent more time with my family.
Is
Because we were stuck inside. Yeah, because we were stuck
You-
inside, so I couldn't do anything.
So you couldn't go out, but you could spend some more time with them, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Excellent. Fantastic.
Jack, your turn.
I did some BMXing and I can do like nearly a whole jump, so that's pretty good.
That sounds amazing. Bit of a superstar. I can imagine you on a half pipe, something like that. That'd be brilliant. We've had more time to practice that, which has been a bonus. Brilliant. Thank you so much. Okay, and I'm going to go to Mrs. Simmons now. So, Mrs. Simmons, now you've got a visitor who's about to appear on screen, so I'm sure everyone will be really excited to see.
Hello. So me and Holly, we've had lots of chance to go on lots of nice walks and we've been making lots of videos for you. So that's been really fun and we've enjoyed spending time in our garden as well. So it's nice to see you all today and yeah, we've had lots of fun doing that.
Excellent, fantastic. Okay, now I'm going to try, wait a second, I'm going to try getting one other person, whenever class is going to appear. But I have got a couple more that have come in. So I've got, Jesse has said that he got a new cricket set from Raphael, and it looks really, he's really looking forward to playing with it with his cricket friends when he's allowed to get back to cricket. So he's planning the future as well, which is wonderful, with more things starting to happen. Let's have, I'm going to try now, Miss Node. Now, I got a feeling that her computer, she's watching us, but I don't know if, no, I can't get her on screen. Can we hear you, Miss Node, if you unmute yourself? You've unmuted yourself, but I can't hear you, I'm afraid. Okay, so Miss Node's group is there, but I can't see her screen, and I can see she's unmuted, but we can't hear her. So it looks like there's a little issue there. Pat, have we sorted your speaker microphone? Do you know? Do you give me a thumbs up if you have or not? Let's see. If you unmute yourself and try to speak, we'll see if we can hear you. No, we still can't hear you, I'm afraid. No, we can't hear you. We can see. So give us another wave as you're there. Give us another wave. You're on the screen again, Pat's class. Give us another wave. We can't hear you, but it's great to see you. That's wonderful. Fantastic. Okay. I will come back on. That is brilliant. So that is a really good kind of summary. It's some ideas of what's been some of the positive things we can see. I know it's been quite tricky for some families, but there's always an opportunity to learn and to do new things. And I think that's what's happened in some of our homes, which is wonderful. And it's great to see. I think I've read out everybody's who sent something through. I apologise if I've missed it. It's scrolling really quickly for me. And I think I've got every single class. Is there anyone that's missing? Is any class that I haven't brought in that's actually there at the moment? We did invite the nursery and stuff, but I know that they're very busy this afternoon. So they might not be able to join us. But I think every class, unmute yourself and shout at me if you haven't been asked yet. But I think everyone has. Got quite a long list. Brilliant. So that is our first. That's awesome. It worked. Technology worked. Got people together. That's fantastic. So we know it works well. So what I'll do next week, because I know there's some children that haven't been at home that haven't been able to join us because they're doing live sessions, and our live session timetable is packed. There's a lesson every single minute of every single school day, so I'm going to have to choose a different time for our next assembly, so the group that we're in a live lesson right now can definitely join us next time, but that means that some people might miss it. I'll also invite the classes again, and we'll come up with we'll have something else, something new we can discuss. So I'm going to say bye now. And if you're at home, you can type bye. Oh, we got someone said like to grow vegetables. Okay, so we've got a few more coming up. Brilliant. If you want to say bye to me on the screen, you can write bye. If you want to say, what I'm going to do now is if everyone, we're not going to be able to hear everyone because we're going to talk over each other. But if everyone unmutes themselves, you can all say say bye together, and then we're going to end. All say bye. At home you can type bye as well. You can see if people saying bye. Saying bye, have a little dance. Another group coming through. Saying bye. There you go. Brilliant. Okay.
Bye.
And that's it. Bye.